who plays her, and Lee Baldwin, and we're just kind of chatting about Bloodstone Isle, and Lee's had some great questions about it, so we're just going to answer some more.
Okay, so my ideas or my questions this video are about if I have a character already in 5th edition and I want to start playing with this new book, Bloodstone Isle, how would I get to Bloodstone Isle? What would happen? What does that look like?
Yeah, so the island can just appear out of the mists. It might have a little bit of a Ravenloft feel right there. It's sort of similar to Ravenloft in that it is a setting, right? A campaign setting. But yeah, it can easily be incorporated into a normal adventure campaign by going on a journey by boat at sea, and then you just find this island that just appears out of the mists. Other reasons people might go there is they might be sent there for, treasure or glory, or Pirate Island's gotta have lots of treasure, right?
Yeah, it's gotta. So if I was making something more in, like I'm making a new character for Bloodstone Isle, you mentioned something about these Iron Knights before. What's that?
Oh yeah, so there is an Iron Knight subclass, right? And they are pretty cool. The Iron Knights have what weapons made out of forged iron, and they do like really interesting rituals, and these weapons have special, they give them special bonuses and things like that. The Iron Knights are really dedicated to the Sacra Prisma Church, which is kind of the main religion on Lostlorn, and we could talk a little bit more about the lore, but it wasn't always the main religion. The different peoples of Lostlorn had old troth religions, but that were maybe a little more nature based in their field. But yeah, so they're very dedicated to the Sacra Prisma Church, and the Sacra Prisma Church is a very interesting thing. But to get back to the Iron Knights, the Iron Knights are just kind of they get special abilities when they use their weapons that are made of the cold forged iron. And if they lose their weapon, they lose some of their abilities. So it's really important for them to keep it, but they get some really cool abilities with their with that class. So yeah, and I mean, if you play through Bloodstone Isle, probably one of the first things that you're going to encounter is an Iron Knight. So it would be very easy to become an Iron Knight at that point.
Okay.
Because they and the Badlanders are kind of sharing the freeboot landing, and I know Lord Krakow won't think that he is sharing. He thinks he owns the entire island. And, but he doesn't. And yeah, I mean, is there anything specific that you'd like to know about the Iron Knights?
No, I just wanted to hear a little bit about them. So it sort of sounds like it's like a paladin twist on the fighter class, because it is based on that, right?
Absolutely, totally is.
Okay.
They have a really interesting thing that the Iron Knights can do is they have the ability to sense if somebody is tainted by the blight. So if anybody has gained like levels of blight, they are able to sense it, and they have their major mission is to, on the island at least, is to be to rid the island of the blight. That's their main goal. So they're good guys. They're a little bit maybe zealous about it. But it's a really fun thing. And if you like to play Paladins, I think that this would really appeal to you, and who doesn't like to play Paladins? They're awesome.
Yeah, and I feel like it's a good way to buff up that fighter class because it's kind of underplayed right now. I feel like people write it off as like the basic D&D player, but this could be a good expansion on that. I'm excited to look more into it.
Yeah, and it would, it's a good way to like fit into the world. And on the island, if you're associated with the Iron Knights, your life might be easier and harder. Depends on who you're talking to and who you encounter, right?
Yeah.
So, but I mean, they have really cool abilities and it really fits in with the world. So I would highly suggest that people check it out.
Okay.
All right. Thanks for joining us. We'll catch you next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.